reaction. Giving you that real shit, we don't do no acting. Legend like I'm Will Smith, I'm the man in the booth. Speaking facts, but it's like they can't handle the truth. Man, King Kong ain't got shit on me, they going ape shit. I'm the one like Neo in the Matrix. You ain't on my level and you know this, man. Ain't nobody come to see you, you like, oh, this man. I live my life a quarter mile at a time, I hit the gas on them. Incredible like the Hulk, I'm finna smash on them. They see my hunger, no, it's not just a game. Really fighting for my life, are you not entertained? Two thumbs all the way up. 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 Up, 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 up. All the way up. Up, 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 up. All the way up.
Welcome to the Two Thumbs All the Way Up podcast, where we talk about life and movies because life
is a movie.
That's right.
So we've been rehearsing that for about 4 weeks now.
And guess it sounds better every single time. Obviously, today's episode. Obviously.
Right? I'm not even wearing a Hawaiian shirt, so.
He almost had it.
Almost, yeah. You know what, Jeff Bezos? You need to fucking pay your guys better. Or, like, I don't know, stop treating them like fucking slaves. Because my shit didn't come in today. And I'm pretty sure it's because they're on strike or something. So let them unionize, asshole.
But it's all good. I got you covered. You got the black and gold, man. That's my favorite combo right there.
That's true.
Yeah. So today's episode is black. That was all right. Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah. Juneteenth.
I thought you were gonna say Negroes.
No, it was a Juneteenth episode, right?
Yeah, definitely a Juneteenth episode, and we're gonna talk a little bit about that. We're gonna talk about top 5 black films or movies, shows, whatever. We're gonna talk about historical figures that changed it for black people, and definitely that's why today's episode is black. Can't guess what this is.
It rhymes with Tennessee.
Well, you know what the fuck used to happen in Tennessee? A lot of slavery. But Juneteenth was the complete end of slavery. Now, they passed a law, and I think it was official like by January. But for some reason, Texas was like, yo, fuck all that. And we're not telling these slaves that, they free. So a lot of people started moving to Texas and having the slaves out there. And then eventually the horse made his way to Texas. And I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on here? That's it. It's done. All right? Just take the L and move on. And that day was June 19th. And that's why that's the real Independence Day.
Oh, shit. All right. I had no idea.
Yeah. So, that, like, we were talking about how Independence Day, a lot of Americans celebrate that, but as you were saying, it doesn't really make sense for black people, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, black people weren't free on July 4th, 1776.
Yeah, they were free on June 19th. So, today we're going to discuss top 5 black films. And number 5 on the list for black... Oh, this one's a show, right? Yeah, so this one's a show. Everybody knows it. It's the only show that goes head to head with Breaking Bad. Yeah. Every time that they mention Breaking Bad, it's the best show I've ever seen since The Wire.
We now return to Breaking Bad.
You will recommend Breaking Bad to everyone you know.
I will recommend Breaking Bad to everyone I know.
Breaking Bad is the best show you've ever seen, except maybe The Wire.
Breaking Bad is the best show I've ever seen, except maybe The Wire.
You will never stop talking about Breaking Bad or The Wire.
I will never stop talking about Breaking Bad or The Wire.
Oh, we're slowing down. That's a good sign.
You know what's not slowing down? Breaking Bad. Haven't seen anything like it since The Wire.
God, he never shuts up about those shit.
And so it's definitely one of the best shows ever, and I like it because it's one of the first few hood movies or shows that or hood stories where it's realistic. Like every single character is complete different character. where you got the hood movies where is every guy is the wild, hot, crazy dude. It's like basically the hood movies how I see it. If it was all Joe Pesci characters.
Joe Pesci characters. Hey, you don't stop at red lights.
Yeah. So that's how a lot of hood movies get played out. But this one was actually realistic, and it chases the drug game and how the drug gets imported and how the Italians or whatnot deal with that section, and then they hand it to the hood and or the black guys get it and they pass it along, and it even shows how it gets up in ranking with the cops, and then also even with the mayor of the city. And and a lot of it, the stories were real from Baltimore, how it really went down with the mayors and stuff like that. And then eventually it talks about positive stuff in Baltimore, and then they show like a complete circle when everybody gets killed off, and then it's like the young generation that takes over, but it's basically the same characters. Yeah. So that was a real interesting thing. So for those who still haven't caught up with The Wire, definitely catch up with it, even though it just doesn't. It was in the early 2000s, so it's not like an HD or anything like that. So it's a little frustrating to watch, but
no, but I mean, if you, most TVs will look fine. Yeah. Plus, it has one of your favorite scenes in cinema history.
I caught onto it late, but I'm glad that I did, and that way, like I said, yeah, like you said, it's one of the most iconic fucking scenes ever. Can you what?
Are we doing it again?
Doing what? We talking about?
Are we doing it again?
I don't get what it is, but just let's watch the video.
Come on, wetting your fucking pants like you a little boy. Be a man.
Yeah. Come on, he can't do that. Some people can't do that.
Yeah, you know.
It's not designed for everybody.
I mean, he got a gun right to his chest.
I don't think he can stand up straight. I mean, I would have not been crying like that, but whatever. That's just me. Everybody's built different, I guess.
Yeah, you built different.
Do it, goddammit, if you gonna.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! That's the only time I ever seen him do a pretty good job at acting right there.
Oh, finishing the job.
Finish him. Blocker. Come on, I think you gotta empty the clip, bro. You gotta empty the clip, man. You can't leave it up to chance. I say fuck it, just empty the whole fucking clip, and now you know for sure. In fact, can you just rewind it a little bit?
Where are we going to?
Just right before the first trigger. But hey, bro. I'm appreciating. Right now, I admit that he did a good job here. No, the first one. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh shit. Now for those. Alright, you're good. For those who can't see, because it's not in HD, it's Michael B. Jordan, young Michael B. Jordan. Mm-hmm. And this is one of the shows that just brought out all the black actors. You got Michael B. Jordan, you got Idris Elba, you got so many talent that just came out of this show.
Yeah, which is crazy because Idris, what's his name? Idris Elba. Yeah, he's like British, man.
Yeah.
He had to learn like a Baltimore accent just kind of like on the job.
Yeah.
And I had no idea when the show was around that he was actually British.
And also a kickboxer.
Oh,
yeah. And also a DJ. And also he said a drug dealer. He used to sell weed and shit in LA.
And a rapper.
And a
fucking rapper, yeah.
Damn, is there anything I can't do?
Bro.
Oh, shit.
So why do you hate... You should hate Idris Elba more than you do Michael B. Jordan.
No, because Idris Elba got talent.
Yeah. Lots of talent. Michael B. Jordan.
I bet you won't say that to Michael B. Jordan's face.
Bro, been here before. We already said it. I don't want to, take up all the time in this important podcast episode, but tell that nigga pull up, son. That's it. Simple as that. Let's move on to number 4 on the list. What we got?
All right, we got Selma.
I actually just watched that yesterday.
Yeah.
I was unprepared for the Victor one with the gay movies, so I was like, I'm gonna come prepared this time with the black movies, and I pretty much seen a good amount, but I haven't seen Selma. Yeah, that was a really good movie. How you felt about that?
That was great, man. I think that scene where he's watching the first the first march across that bridge.
Yeah.
And he's seen on live television and all these people are getting messed up, and he just kind of like stuck at home and can't really do anything. You know, I think it goes to show like just how much suffering actually went into the whole civil rights movement. Yeah. Like I think when you see horrific things like that happen, you realize that like it wasn't a joke for these people. This is like people literally almost died, you know, to get the civil rights movement passed. And it just shows that like it wasn't just Martin Luther King by himself. You know, it was like a whole group of people that were behind him.
Yeah, it's usually like that with every great. You know, you might see the face and you think that it's just one person, but it's a whole group behind him. And when he made decisions, it wasn't just he made the only decision. He went in there with the advice and people telling him, oh, say it this way and this and that. And it was a group of like 10 people in the living room just coming up with ideas together. And it happens all the time. If you pick out a boxer, he has a whole team around him. If you pick out an actor, they have, you know, everybody has a whole team. And there's just a face for that team. And that was the same thing with Martin Luther King.
Yeah. Although it did kind of they did kind of gloss over the whole infidelity thing.
Why we gotta talk about that? I mean,
yeah, that was the best part.
Enough that this man left his blood on the ground and died for the cause. We gotta talk about the infidelity.
We talk about other things that make him the hero. Because like when I was a kid, I used to look at this guy, you know, and I still do, but like. Well, at that time, it was like, yo, this guy was perfect, you know? And then now you see his mistakes, and it's like, he's human. Yeah, he did a really great job at everything, but he also fucks up. And he also makes mistakes like any other person. And it was just funny. Seeing him on the couch, and then the girl, his wife, was like, just crying, and then he was just like, that wasn't me.
With the
like, as a genius as that guy was, he still just went off the playbook off Shaggy. Yeah.
Did you know that's what actually inspired the Shaggy song?
Oh, seriously?
What?
No, but it's.
Damn! Shit!
I'm like, whoa!
Fuck! I'm like, yo, you should have never said anything.
Yeah, it just proves how gullible you are.
I would have been like, yeah, I'm blasting that shit all day, every day now. But nah, and
I mean, he really did cheat though, right?
No, yeah, he did, but it's like even Martin Luther King don't get a pass when it comes to that, yo. Even he gotta hear it from his wife. It's like, yo, like, I've been out there getting my ass beat all fucking day. Can a nigga get his dick sucked? I know what I'm saying. And then she's like, nope, no, but nigga not get his dick sucked because I'm over here at 3 a.m. every fucking day going, oh shit, did he get killed today? You know? Yeah. Like, oh shit. No, he said that he was just gonna be out with the boys figuring out this civil rights shit. We gotta go into deep detail. But fuck, what if he got killed though, you know? Yeah. And then, oh no, he's alive. Okay, he just came in smelling like fucking perfume. The best he got it wasn't me, yo. That shit had me rolling.
Yeah, and then when she's like, I know your voice, and he's just like, oh, fuck. Yeah. I do have a very particular voice. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo, my favorite part, cause they still try to make things look, you know, kind of good on his side in the movie, and I'm like, no, I want to see the real shit. I want to see the behind the footage real shit. Like, there was this part in the movie, the scene where his wife and him, he's in jail. And they both talking, and she said that she went and spoke with Malcolm X. He came back from Mecca, and he completely changed, and he's agreeing more with Martin Luther King. And then Martin Luther King just like, no, like, come on, are you serious? Like, you know, the things that we gotta debate. It's like, no, I want to see the real shit. I want to see Martin Luther King just lose it. Kurt's like, this nigga over here came over. Why the fuck you talking to this guy? You know what the fuck he said about me? Like, this guy here calling me Uncle Tom. Do I look like a fucking Uncle Tom? I'm over here actually changing fucking laws. He's just saying shit. And I want to see Martin Luther King just fucking spaz out. Yeah. But the way they made it seem is like he's still under control. He's the good guy, cool, you know? Like, no, I want to see the real shit.
Yeah, but you know what? It just shows, like, you don't have to be a perfect person to make a change, you know? Yeah. Like, you could still have flaws and do good things, you know? And, yeah, even if it did show him spazzing out, I don't think it would make a difference about how, like, his legacy is already cemented by what he's done, you know?
Yeah.
And I think, like, too many times in life, people assume you have to be, like, a perfect person. to like do good things, you know? Or like, oh, I'm not a perfect person, so I guess I can't do any good, but
Yeah.
Yeah, homeboy cheated every once in a while, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
But isn't it kind of like refreshing though? Like not refreshing, but I mean Martin Luther King.
Don't worry, we'll edit that part out. I got you, bro. I got you, bro.
The best part was like that, because that was a fictionalized conversation. Nobody knows what the conversation was like.
Yeah.
But whoever wrote this was like, yo, even Martin Luther King couldn't come up with something better than it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
You know, I can only imagine in real life, like, he tried to do this really eloquent speech. He's like, but honey, I want to tell you that I love you more than all of the water and the earth. And she's like, it's you. It's you. As clearly, like, you literally used that in the tape. He's like, oh, shit, I did.
You said you had a dream in the fucking tape, bro.
I've heard you say that like 80 times rehearsing.
You were shitting on Malcolm X in the tape, bro. Like, I know it was you. I know it was fucking. It was me.
So he's having sex, right? And whoever the girl is knows what he's famous for. Yeah. So while they're having sex, she's like, "Tell me you have a dream."
I have a dream.
Boom. Cancel. No, but one thing that I learned, like, watching that movie that I never paid attention to, bro, it was crazy to me. It's like, there was a scene he was in a jail cell and then he was kind of like giving up hope, right? And then I tried to get into his state of mind, and it's like, if you take the slaves, right, they went and they fought for their freedom and they accomplished freedom. Even though it was still a shitty situation, they were able to, fuck it, I don't know where they were living or what they did. Maybe they were homeless, whatever. But there's nobody, they just got to figure out how to survive, but they're free, right? And that's like a trophy. That's like, fuck, man, we're free. We don't got to worry about being slaves, right? With Martin Luther King, it was a little different because it was like, all that effort, all that work, all that getting punched in the face, spit on, and all seeing people get killed was just to sit next to white people. You know what I'm saying? It was like, definitely you're pushing it, and it was necessary. But at the end of the day, they weren't gonna get out of poverty. They weren't gonna. There was a bunch of stuff that he wasn't able to see happen.
Yeah, but I think. I mean, it was for equality.
Yeah.
Is what it was.
But it wasn't equality, you know?
It was for more, like, to get closer to equality.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm trying to say, and maybe I'm not explaining it right, but the slaves pushed to get closer, but they seen a huge accomplishment.
No, the slaves pushed to be free.
That's what I'm saying.
You couldn't even think about equality if you were a slave.
No, I get that, but it's like, I don't know, it's just like, Martin Luther King did all of that effort, all that work, and at the end of the day, it was just a piece of paper that says they're equal, but they really were not equal.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, no piece of paper is gonna change what's in someone's heart.
No, that's gonna take 50 years.
Yeah.
To where they start looking at you a little bit more equal, and even today's time, it is, but it's way better. You know. Yeah. But I'm saying, like, Martin Luther King didn't see what I saw.
Yeah.
You know, he saw a piece of paper get signed that says, "Oh, you guys are equal. Fuck these niggas." You know, like, we still gonna treat them the way we treat them.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of work for a little bit of accomplishment, I think. And they showed that in the movie, and then the guy next to him tried to lift Martin Luther King up, and it was like, bro, we're just paying the way for the next guy. We're just putting we're building the road, and this is what we got to do. And then he gives him a good Bible text that says about, like, the birds eat and the animals eat, so even more reason for, like, humans that he's gonna take care of you. And he was Christian. So that motivated him to keep going. But I'm just saying, basically, it would have been real easy to fucking lose hope because you're not getting nothing in return. The slaves got something in return, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I think he knew he wasn't gonna live long enough to see the fruits of his labor.
His last speech said that. His last speech, because he was trying to attack poverty after that. He was trying to put black people in a good position where they could get some money. And that's when he got blasted. But he said that he wasn't going to be able to make it. Like, literally, I think probably like 3 days or something like that, or the day before, he said that quote. Yeah. And he got blasted.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that just goes to show you something about America. That when it comes to civil equality, like, white people hate that shit, you know? Like, they'll fight you tooth and nail. But if you go for economic equality, they'll just straight up kill you. They're like, that's where we fucking draw the line. Like, right there. That's the hard It's all. I will not let this dude stand up here and talk about letting our people become economically equal. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's crazy that that's the thing that got him killed. Like I'm sure there's assassination attempts before too, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I know he got stabbed.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So and that they bring that up in the movie too, with the governor from Alabama and Lyndon B. Johnson, and then they were talking about, yo, just let these niggas vote. He said, the president, just let these niggas vote, and he's like, that's how it starts. Is with the voting, but it started with them being free from slavery.
Yeah.
Then it goes into these niggas want to vote, then they want schools, and then they want this, and then next thing you know, they're white.
But that shows you though, right?
Yeah.
Like the people that have the power to oppress another group of people, they know what power they're keeping away from people. They know what they have and what they're keeping away from people.
Yeah.
But what trips me out is like everything that MLK did while he was alive. Imagine if he was alive today and he saw something like Charlottesville, or he saw something like the riots on the Capitol, January 6th. Like, what would a guy like that say to seeing something? Like, we know what we think about it.
Yeah.
What would he think about it? After everything he did? It's like, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that, like, just because the legislation passed, it's not like, it hasn't been that long of a time, like, well, Martin Luther King died in, 68?
68?
Yeah, and the Civil Rights Bill passed in 64, that's less 65? Than, like, it's still, there's still a whole generation of people who were still alive back then,
Yeah.
There's still, like, kids who probably grew up super racist, who were in their, like, early teens, who grew up in that generation still and taught their kids all the same racist things who are alive today.
And that's the thing. It's like there's slavery still alive. There's slavery still alive today, and people try to act like there isn't. It's like, shit's not that far ago. It's like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. That wasn't that long ago. Now, yeah, the legislation got passed, but those parents, you think as soon as Lyndon B. Johnson signed that paper, they went to their kids and said, yeah, so we had to be nice to black people, all right? Yeah, that's just the law that got passed. So we had to treat them, they're just like us, So you think that's what went down? No, there's like, yo, what else these niggas gonna want? They want to fucking be in the Oscars and shit. What the fuck? And then that keeps on going through generation. And now we got less racism, but that is still part of the culture, and it's gonna take another 50 years till it gets better and whatnot.
Yeah, it's almost like America's whole like constitution was like built off the idea of slavery.
Yeah,
like when the country was first around, when in 1776 they weren't like all men are created equal. Like they meant white men only. They meant like heterosexual Christian white men are created equal, and everyone else is not created equal.
Yeah.
And that was 1776 was like 200 years ago. 200, 250.
Over 200, yeah.
And you gotta think, to us it sounds like a lot because we're not gonna live that long, but it's really not that large of a time gap. Like countries like England have been around for like 500 years, or thousands. France has been around for like 1,000 years, and people wonder like, why are they so progressive? Because they got all the conquering done early.
Well, they had all the wars. They had all the civil conflict. They had all. I mean, Europe had been fighting with each other, like in World War II.
Mm-hmm.
These were like old beefs that they had from like hundreds of years prior. It's just kind of spilled into the 20th century, and it wasn't until after World War II that some of these countries like became stable again after like hundreds of years. Where France is stable and. Well, Germany's real stable now, but it was like a long time to fight out. It was like an East Coast, West Coast beef that lasted like 500 years.
And except that the West Coast took a L. But
West Coast never takes no L.
Nah, but yeah, and also it's like at that time with Independence Day, right? Mm-hmm. It was a bunch of white people going, yo, fuck all that, alright? We're human beings, and we're gonna be free, and fuck England. You know what I'm saying? We could do whatever we want. We're humans, right, fellas? We could be free, right? Hey, yo, nigga, go pick that fucking kind. What the fuck you doing standing there, bro?
But I really like that speech. It's like, shut the fuck up.
And then it's like you said, all men are created equal, but what men?
Yeah, what men?
And then I don't remember if it was Benjamin Franklin. I think it was Benjamin Franklin that had the idea is like, send them back to Africa. Problem solved, right?
Yeah.
And then I remember like thinking like, yo, that was racist as fuck from Benjamin Franklin. But then I was like, wait, would that have been the better move?
Yeah. Well, I think Benjamin Franklin, what he thought about it, I think in his mind he knew that just because you make them free, it's not gonna make them equal. You know, it's not like, you know, like, oh, slavery's over. Now all black people are treated the same. You know, white people see them as equals. I wonder if in his mind he saw the like ensuing racism or like the sort of things that they would still do to like hurt them, or if it's just his racist mind that was like, well, we got him from there, just take him back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in Benjamin Franklin's mind, like he was not thinking of something benevolent to do.
Yeah.
He was just like, he never thought of black people as equal, but he probably thought the way they were being treated as slaves was wrong, and the most kind Christian thing you could do is send them back.
Yeah.
But in his head, he never thought, oh, let's just make them equals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sending them back to Africa was the kindest thing he could do to a black person, and that's probably what he did.
And also, my brother makes a good point, because the way I looked at it was, yeah, out here it's still fucked up, right? But then again, if they would have got sent out there's fucked up too. And it's like you're fucking they conquered everything, you know, the whole world, you know. So it's like the whites were conquering Africa too, so they will get fucked with out there too, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And then like, what are you gonna take them back to? It's like
Wakanda.
What?
Wakanda.
Take them all back? No, they didn't let people in until like 2018.
Yo, but just to all right, yeah. So let's go on to the third movie that we have.
Yeah, maybe put things in a little bit of lighter mood.
Yeah.
You know, the one, the only, the magnificent
Ponytail.
Sippawa.
The motherfucking GOAT. Now this is a movie that everybody has to just watch.
Yeah, you got experience Pootie Tang
for yourself, and this is two GOATs that made it. It was Chris Rock and.
But can we still say no? He's doing comedy specials now. We could,
we're good, right?
Yeah, we're good. Yeah. People forgiving him.
And you know, it's kind of like one of those stupid, funny movies.
Yeah.
It's just like real stupid. Like they were fucking high as fuck when they wrote this shit down, but it's still hilarious.
Yeah, you know what? Hey,
if you're high.
Yo, for all our viewers, I think you guys should try this challenge. All right, I want you guys to watch Pootie Tang. All right, and then go up to your significant other and just try using the lines.
I don't know about that. I'm put some pushback on that one.
Hold on. I'm just saying. All right, if you could make his lines work, all right, then you're above God tier fucking status.
But if you don't got the swag to make it work, you might end up, a night or two in jail.
Give us some examples of the line.
I'm gonna sign your pity on the running side. Wait.
Like, I don't know, but if you go to fucking downtown Fulton and just go to a girl that's by herself at a bar and do that one again,
I'm gonna sign your pity on the running side.
Actually, it might work. I don't know.
Exactly.
Look into the camera. Look into the camera.
Yeah. Hold on. I gotta undo my button.
Yeah. Put your chest out. Put your chest out.
I'm gonna sign your pity on the running side. Oh, what? No, you can't cancel me for that.
I'm cool. I'm gonna sign. Nah, cancel that. We're gonna edit that shit. I don't know why, but it has not been long where anybody can just watch that shit on YouTube.
I don't know why I canceled that one, but I don't know what it means.
No, it made me feel very uncomfortable.
Just in case.
It's all
okay. But hell yeah, it might be my Halloween costume. The next one.
Yeah,
I don't know yet.
Yeah, you gotta get the belt though.
Yeah, you gotta go with the costume.
Yeah.
Everybody has to know that it's a costume before you use them lines. Alright, who we got? What number we at, yo?
Number 2.
2?
Yep. Alright.
Oh, the motherfucking GOAT.
Motherfucking.
By any means necessary. Now, you got a movie with Spike Lee as a director and also a screenwriter for that movie, right? And then you have Denzel Washington playing Malcolm X. Come on. What more do you need to know?
That's right.
And it was filmed in our old neighborhood.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to say that. Well, one scene.
Several scenes.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. What other scene?
I don't remember right now, but it was the scene in the barbershop.
Oh, okay.
Where he's getting his hair.
Yeah, that's right. Fuck that. Finally, read something other than Tekashi. Let's go. Let's go. Malcolm X too. Malcolm X from. So basically, what my brother's saying is that Malcolm X was born and raised in Bushwick. So Malcolm X is straight out of Bushwick.
Wait, what?
Is basically what he's saying.
I mean, that's a little stretch. The film was shot in Bushwick.
It's just basically like Malcolm X was from Bushwick.
Yeah.
But even though he's not, you drive down a couple of blocks and you have Malcolm X Boulevard.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So
you
probably not the best place to live. If it's MLK Boulevard or
Malcolm X.
Yeah, it's usually the least.
Well, it's getting better now. It's getting better.
Is it?
Go to any Malcolm X Boulevard and see what happens at 3 in the morning, and then come back and try to fucking cancel me. Let's do it. Test it. Why you not testing it? Right. But nah, he's not. He's not from Bushwick. He's from.
You grew up in the South.
From Michigan.
He's from
He's
Michigan.
from Detroit, yeah.
I think he's from the South.
Yeah, I thought he
I think he lived in Detroit, but I don't think he's from Detroit. I don't think he was. I don't think he was born in Detroit.
Yeah, because didn't everyone in his family or a lot of people in his family got killed by Klan?
Every man in his family, as far as like uncle and father, got killed by white supremacists. And then I think that his mother went a little crazy after they killed the father, and she moved, I think, to Michigan, and he just went to Harlem. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he was born in the South. But
he was born in Omaha, Nebraska.
Nebraska. The Midwest.
Okay, damn.
Damn, they got KKK all the way out there.
I mean, it's not in the South, but
it's in the South.
Nebraska's South. It's Southish.
It's Southish.
In
the culture.
Atmosphere and the
The
culture.
atmosphere, yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure every fucking diner that I go to out there is the wrong diner, So, yeah, and where was I? So yeah, Malcolm X, and yeah, you got the Denzel and Spike Lee, but they didn't win an Oscar for that, right?
Yeah, they were fucking snubbed, bro, for Silence of the Lambs. And don't get me wrong, I like the movie Silence of the Lambs, but it wasn't better than Malcolm X. Let's be honest. We all know why they won that Oscar.
And he came out for like 10 minutes. Yeah. In the whole fucking movie.
Yeah, dude, what's his name?
Denzel killed that role. That's the first time I ever see Denzel not act like Denzel.
Yeah, and it's like a 3-hour fucking movie. He had to be Malcolm X for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's his name? Bernard Hopkins or fucking what's his name?
Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins.
I'm like, damn, I gotta watch that movie again.
No, Anthony Hopkins only had to be like Hannibal for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand why that one won the Oscar. Yep.
I mean, well, Spike Lee bitched about it for years and years, and if that was to happen today, oof. Like,
yeah, you're getting canceled for sure.
Yeah, the Oscar will go crazy. Like, everybody will go crazy over that.
Yeah.
But that happened in, 92?
92, yeah.
So, you fast forward to when Spike Lee made the Black Klansman.
Yeah.
And now they like, what are you gonna do? You gotta give him an Oscar now.
Even he got the Oscar for Best Adapted Screenplay for the Black Klansman. So he didn't even get Best Picture or Best Director.
It was for the screenplay.
Yeah.
It was good though, but it wasn't. It was great, but it wasn't Malcolm X though.
Yeah, Malcolm X was like a masterpiece, and then he just kind of got snubbed for it, man.
Yeah.
But I think Spike Lee should have got an Oscar for Do the Right Thing.
Yeah.
It's a freaking.
I think they're going.
You know what? I gotta watch that shit. I seen like pieces of it.
Who was he going up against that year?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I can Google it.
And that's with Rosie Perez, right?
Yeah.
Who's from Bushwick? Let's go. Let's go.
Like, cause I feel like at least in the case of Malcolm X, that is probably the best movie that came out in '92. Yeah.
I think they need to make a remake though.
Nah, that's hard, man. Especially if Denzel's still alive.
Yeah. The dude from Once Was Upon a Time in Miami.
Oh,
I think he did.
Yeah, he killed it.
And it's like different Malcolm X's, right? So like, the Malcolm X that we're all used to is this tough guy, and then that's the first time I ever seen him like kind of on a vulnerable side where he's like breaking down, stressed the fuck out, doesn't know how to figure things out, and like he had a moment with Jim Brown where he started crying and shit, and I thought that was good because it was just a different version. And well, in Selma you have him when he got that walk to him, like I was like. So it was just good seeing him at a different light, but I think the best version is definitely the Denzel Washington one.
Yeah, well, I mean, he has the full movie on him too.
Yeah, he got the full movie.
Like, but I don't know if it would be right to remake a movie like that so soon.
I mean, well,
it's been 29 years.
Yeah, so
I think Malcolm X's life is so interesting. You could make a series.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Could make a series.
because because if you read the book, you know, it's just so much other shit to talk about that in the movie. It's just everything's like fast forward.
Yeah,
you know?
and even then, it was still a 3.5 hour long movie. So it's not like they did a short. They didn't try to condense it into a 2 hour movie. You know.
Yeah.
So Rain Man won Best Picture the year that Do the Right Thing came out.
Oh really?
Yeah. That's a good film.
Yeah,
I don't
you're
think it
right,
was
yeah.
better than Do the Right Thing.
But I mean, no, I think it is at that point too. Is that, like I feel like the Oscars has always been like the rich white filmmakers club, you know, for like the most part, and as long as you make something that's like appeals, or at least at the time that appeals to like the pellet of like white people, then your movie was more likely to get to succeed, you know. Whereas something like Malcolm X, you're talking about a revolutionary who wanted to separate black people from white people. And imagine if you're a white person judging the Oscars, you're like, oh no, I would never want that movie. So that's so cruel. The fact, how could they paint this man to be a hero? You know, because like I remember when I was going to school, I was taught that like the Black Panthers and all that, and the Nation of Islam was like the reverse KKK. You know, it wasn't until like I got older and I started learning about, you know, all the things that they did, that I realized that the California school system is pretty fucked up.
Yeah, like, that's what I was talking to my brother. Is like, to me, that was kind of a culture shock, where it's like the people that I was around, or you know, at the school, because we didn't really learn much about Malcolm X. You know, we got stuff like, you know, like George Washington Carver, right?
Here we go.
We started. Yeah, but he's up there. He makes it to the hood. But it's like they never talk about Malcolm X, and I thought that what he did, you know, it was like or like the Black Panther. I didn't even realize that they were looked at as villains till I came out here. Where I was like, oh shit, you guys look at them as terrorists, and it's like, oh, the reverse KKK, and it's like, well, I guess reverse KKK is kind of good, right? Because the KKK are on offense. You know, they go towards places that don't have them, and they go looking for trouble. While Black Panthers still where they were at, defending.
Yeah.
You know, so that's two different things. So yeah, reverse KKK. I think that's a good thing.
you like, California's supposed to be progressive, right? Everything kind of, but like the whole thing with the gun laws in California, it was because of the Black Panthers.
Oh yeah.
The Black Panthers started like promoting carrying guns and having weapons for self-defense and protecting yourself, protect your home. And it was the National Rifle Association who lobbied California to get stricter gun laws so that like the Black Panthers couldn't have weapons.
Oh yeah, well it's because what is it called? They marched on the Capitol of California with rifles. Yeah, and because they were like, yo, you're not gonna treat us like secondhand citizens, you know, and yeah, it made our whole state say, well, you know what, man? Now nobody gets guns. See, look at that. Ruined it for everybody.
Yeah, well, you know, fun fact, California had the most Jim Crow laws, you know?
No, it didn't. We just making shit up. It didn't have the most Jim... We weren't even part of the Jim Crow cell. Hating.
No, but, yeah, so it's like, when it comes to Black Panthers, Malcolm X, they just defended themselves. Now, they might had things a different way, you know, where I could understand Malcolm X's point, but it wasn't gonna get passed, you know, with the law. And I feel that like Martin Luther King gets looked at as like this guy that was concerned with, you know, white people and black people had to be together and all in peace. And it could have just been that he looked at it and was like, no, this is just the most efficient way, you know? Like, it's not gonna happen where we just get our own cities and stuff like that. And when it does happen, look what happens to those cities. You know?
Was it Tulsa, right? That got firebombed.
Yeah, Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
You know, they came up with a rape case where some white girl got raped that she said she got raped, but later on they never confirmed it, anything like that, and nothing ever went through, and they burned down the whole city. Now this was a city that was just ran by black school, black judges, everything black. Yeah. And when the Great Depression hit, they were the only ones that were still making money, and then that's when it burned down, you know, or they burned it down.
You know, I feel like white people are like, what is it called? Like, it's like the oldest trick in the book. You know, it's like, you know, white people would be like, oh, I got raped by a black guy. I feel like it's like such an old trick that it's kind of fucked up, you know?
Yeah. Because,
like, when people actually do bad shit, people are less likely to actually listen, you know? like the whole thing with Emmett Till. You know, like I thought she came out like with on her deathbed saying that he never even said anything to her. You know?
And what bothers me about that is like, oh, she finally admitted she didn't even say anything. Look at that, this man died and she didn't even say anything. It's like, nah, that's wrong. It's like, who gives a fuck what she said?
Yeah.
Fuck it. I don't give a fuck if he said it or not. Like, no. Let's go off that he did say it. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
You know, if he did whistle. My thing is, I don't care if he whistled or not. That's not the issue.
Yeah.
The issue is the picture that they put that, you know, the media didn't want to see it or anything at the time. But, you know, he got his face destroyed.
Yeah. We're going to put it?
Put it.
Yeah.
And the mother...
people a warning, you know?
Oh,
yeah, give people a warning.
Yeah, there's going to be a very disturbing image that helped spark the civil rights movement.
Because they didn't want the kid to be shown, and the mother said, nope, you guys did that, now you guys going to see it in TV everywhere.
Yeah, and you know, I think the crazy thing is I remember when the Black Lives Matter movement started and the video of George Floyd was getting posted everywhere. I saw a bunch of people start posting like, please stop posting that. It's horrifying to look at. It's hard to look at. It's like, that's the point. It's supposed to be hard to look at. Like, any person who's a decent human being who sees that, like, would feel that there's injustice happening right now, you know? Like, if you look at that and it makes you feel comfortable, there's something fucking wrong with you, man. Like, you're sick in the head if you think that that's something that, you know, should be allowed to happen.
Yeah.
And I think it's because we're so far removed from the time of, like, Emmett Till that we don't realize that's, like, one of the oldest tactics in the book for getting people to, like, actually pay attention to your cause.
There's a word for that. What's it called when people go to war?
Oh, cognitive...
No.
Oh, fight or flight?
No. It's the... What flag? Like when they
false
do...
Flag?
False flag. Yeah.
Yeah, like the false flag yeah, but this isn't a false flag. This actually happened. Yeah.
No, but stuff like the Emmett Till where he didn't whistle. You know, that's a false flag. The stuff with the Tulsa, that's a false flag to destroy the city. Yeah. You know, so back to my original point. Oh, you showed the picture?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So back to my original point was that's what Malcolm X wanted. He was like, if we gonna be separate, because, all right, Martin Luther King's goal was, let's all be together and then let's be equal. But it wasn't the truth. They weren't equal after that. It was just on a piece of paper. Well, Malcolm X knew that. And Malcolm X said, no, fuck that. Let's be completely separate. And if we're gonna be quote unquote equal, let us figure out how we're gonna be equal ourselves. You just completely separate. Just give us some land and we go out there and that's it. So he was trying to build a Wakanda, you know? So that I could respect, but the truth is that wasn't going to happen. That's a dream. And Martin Luther King understood that was a dream, and that the only way to fix the issue is you can't just depend on every black person to be together. It's like you're going to need enough white people, not all of white people, but at least, you know, a little bit over half maybe to not be that racist and to unite with the minorities so that they could change the laws. And then at the end of the day, I respect Malcolm X because he was the realer guy. He was the one that they couldn't find videotapes of him cheating on his wife because he would just practice what he speech. What he preached, I mean.
Yeah, he was strict into Islam. Like,
yeah.
You can say what you want about the guy, but he was devout to his religion.
And
there was no hypocrisy in Malcolm.
No.
He just said what he believed. You know?
Yeah, and at the moment, and people change, right? And then the way they think, the way they view the world changes. And then that's the issue with today is that they try to cancel you from tweets from 2011 and stuff like that from who you were at that time. And it's like everybody grows and evolves. If you're not, like, what are you really doing?
Yeah.
And then in today's time, a guy like him would keep going back to when he was in prison. And it's like the dude went to prison. He was a drug dealer. He was a thug. And he ended up educating himself. And he ended up coming out a whole different person. So the way he looked at the world, you can't judge it anymore. Now, that time, he tried to do what was right. And then later on, he saw hypocrisy with his own peoples in the Nation of Islam. And he went and told the guy, you being a hypocrite. And he got shunned. And then when he got kicked out, and then he went to Mecca, and he saw that white people out there were treating him completely different than the United States were. And that was a problem that was unique to where he was from, not out there. And the Muslims prayed with him. They welcomed him into his home, and they prayed with him. So when he went back, he was like, let's try that Martin Luther King route. And then he got blasted. He wasn't able to grow and evolve into the into the Martin Luther King way, you know. So that just shows right there that it's like, yo, people change, people evolve, and you can't view that man as Malcolm Little anymore, as this guy. No, he's a whole different man now.
Yeah.
I'll say this too. You read the book, right?
Yeah.
Malcolm autobiography of Malcolm X by Alex Haley. I can't say this about many books, but that is one book that like it changed my life. Like I read that book and it was like it was a time before I read the Malcolm X book and then after. Like it just kind of changed the way I saw the world, the way I understood people. But it's to the better, you know what I mean? Because of that, because he was a guy who had flaws, but he was also a guy who could admit when he was wrong and could change. And like few people can do that.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Now think about it. This guy's in the media calling Martin Luther King Uncle Tom, saying, yo, fuck white, like not saying it like that, but like criticizing even John F. Kennedy after he got blasted, saying everything he had to say, he stuck by it because that's what he believed. He wasn't a hypocrite. He actually believed that. Then when he went to Jamaica, came back, he completely looked at the world differently. Now he's like, oh, fuck, you know, there are some good white people. And he went on national television and said, I was wrong for saying what I said, and this is my new belief. I'm not the same man anymore. So he stood real the whole time, and that's why we respect him. The FBI couldn't get stuff on him cheating on his wife like they did with Martin Luther King, because what you got is what you saw is what you got.
Yeah.
You know, he tells you what it is, and that's I think that's more respectable. And I would have just liked to have seen the new Malcolm X and how he evolved, how he would have been as a leader, with his new ideas.
Yeah, and another person on our list who never got to fully evolve and grow into who they were meant to be was Fred Hampton from Judas and the Black Messiah.
Oh yeah, that's number one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta do the drum roll. Act like y'all didn't hear that. Ready? Number one.
Judas and the Black Messiah. No, I had no idea who this guy was before I saw the movie. You know, like I've never even heard of him before.
I didn't either.
And like I think this is the movie that showed me the most about like the Black Panthers and what they were actually about, you know?
Yeah.
And like I think it was fucked up that he was only like 20 years old, right?
21.
21?
Yeah.
And you know, I think he was smart enough at the time too to realize that, especially a city like Chicago, I think is one of the most like diverse cities. You know, I think they had I think there was a Brown Berets out there too. You know, they have a large Mexican community. They have a large like, you know, poor white class community. Because like I think people forget Chicago's kind of like New York, where you have New York that's like a city, and Chicago that's like a city. Then once you go a little bit north of that or a little bit south of that, it's all just country. You know, and I think that the fact that he went over to like the poor white people and said, "Hey, they're playing you guys too," you know, like we aren't the enemies. Like the rich people are the enemies. Like you think the rich people care about you? You're a fucking poor coal miner. You know, if you die while digging a fucking hole, they don't give a shit. You know, and I think that at the end of the day, every movement that's progressed in this country has to do with the original civil rights movement. You know, whether it be for Latinos or anyone, and I think that he was very intelligent in like getting everyone together, you know, to like fight for the same cause. And
and he was just 21. Like,
That's crazy to me, bro.
Yeah, like dude, when I was like 20, all I wanted to do was like drink. You know, like drink and go party and shit.
I'm in my 40s and I still play video games. Like this dude was like feeding kids, starting like after school programs.
Who this nigga think he is, yo? I hear feeding kids before they go to fucking school and shit.
Yeah.
Like, bro, go fucking live a little.
No, man. He was
go ahead.
No, he was doing some grown man shit, man. He was.
That's the difference, right?
Yeah.
It's like people that had childhood could, you know, like take longer to mature, right?
Yeah.
Like a dude like that just had pain and suffering since he was a kid, and people depended on him since he was a kid. So his childhood was real short, and he had to be a grown man from the start. So by the time he got 21, he was really a fucking 60-year-old. You know what I'm saying?
He even looked old.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked way older.
Yeah. That's all that stress. You know, Martin Luther King had the heart of a 60-year-old when they did his autopsy. Hey, stressed the fuck out. You know.
Yeah. It's kind of sad too that they end up playing that guy against him. Yeah. The FBI. But I mean, it's crazy to think that all that time and resources they put into like trying to destroy the Black Panthers. Like, imagine if we put that much effort into like stopping poverty. Yeah, like all the things we put our money into, like, you know, like the CIA bringing like drugs to fucking poor communities and shit. Like, if we have the power to do that, don't you think we have the power to do like to end, you know, certain issues that happen in our society? Like, look at the homeless situation we have now. You know, like, if we're able to figure out how to fucking nuke another country, like, we can't figure out how to fucking get these, you know, mentally ill people the help they need so that they're not living on fucking Venice Beach.
A goat once said, they got money for wars but can't feed the poors.
The pores?
The pores? The pores.
Yeah, that's what he said, yo. I didn't say it. Tupac said it.
The peasant. It's we can't feed the peasantry.
Yo,
this
you
week.
think you better than Tupac, Javi?
I'm definitely not better than
Oh, fine. He said the poor.
The
Yo,
pores.
I'll tell you, as soon as we get a little bit of money, bro, as soon as we get the 30 subscribers, bro, we fire this nigga.
30 subscribers.
you can't fire me. I quit.
Nah, nigga, we fired you, bro.
Oh, man.
No, but yeah. So
That motherfucker at the fireworks.
this motherfucker.
Yo, I swear,
bro.
if I ever catch that
Yo,
fucking kid, bro,
I swear to fucking God.
I don't give a
like,
fuck if he's 60. I'm gonna stomp that
I'm gonna
motherfucker out,
stop
bro.
that motherfucker. Yo, edit that part out because it's really gonna happen, huh?
Does he live here?
I don't know where he lives. I think he lives on like 2 blocks away. And one time I was running and I just fucking like I hear it, boom. I'm like, fuck. And then I just like all the alarms around me just start going. I'm like, this motherfucker, like my ears ringing and shit. I'm gonna fucking beat this. Yeah, that was close. I'm gonna catch this nigga. I'm gonna beat the shit out of this motherfucker. That's why I got the idea for Boom Cancel.
I hate that kid, man. We're just playing.
Fuck, man.
I would never harm a 16-year-old. But I'll wait 2 years.
Wait, you still talking about him, right?
Yeah.
Boom. Yo, no. Shit.
Wait. Wait, keep throwing those fucking fireworks.
Oh, okay. You're just making sure we still talking about the same thing. We talking about a dude that's 16.
Yeah,
that's,
cool,
assuming that's him doing the fireworks. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So your brain automatically goes there, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I highly doubt it's a grown-ass man. You think there's like some 50-year-old man who's like, I'm gonna fuck with these motherfuckers?
Nah, that's not what I was saying,
Just for what Joel was thinking.
Oh.
Boom.
Hey, honestly though, is it still worth kicking his ass if we find out he's like 75?
Yeah. And it's like, yo, why you acting like that? You about to leave in a little bit. Calm the fuck down, son. Yo.
He'd be like, hey, what do you believe in? You believe in Jesus? You're about to meet the
You about to
motherfucker.
meet that motherfucker, bro.
Stopping his... Nah, fuck that. We'll just pull his oxygen tank off.
Lost my train of thought, man. It's not a 75-year-old, for sure.
Yeah, alright.
I would respect it more if it's a 75-year-old. Fuck, what we gonna talk about?
So that was your top 5. You have overrated, underrated?
Nah.
Yeah, no, fuck yeah. He doesn't want to say it.
Whoa, alright. Say it.
Joel, you keep saying you're not black. What are you talking about? You want the black card. You want the...
You want all the cards.
Yeah, so as you see all the historical figures that we have here, right? We have Malcolm Little, a.k.a. Malcolm X, but that was before he was Malcolm X. We have Jackie Robinson. Fun fact, he's buried in Bushwick. That's right.
That's right.
So he's basically from Bushwick, so we always rep him.
He lives in Bushwick.
Yeah, he lives forever.
Forever, yeah.
Forever. Not next to him, but he's also there, Houdini. Yeah, he could have escaped that one. But you know what? Let's talk about this guy. What's his name? Woodley.
Oh, Moses Fleetwood Walker.
Oh,
that one.
Moses Fleet Walker. Yeah.
Fleetwood.
That nigga. So he was the original Jackie Robinson. Before Jackie Robinson was Jackie Robinson, there was already a black guy that he was able to take the blueprints from and become the first black baseball player ever. So that's one interesting thing that like you got to pay attention to is like who were the ones that led the way for the other GOATs, right? Mm-hmm. And he was one of them. So he played for a couple of games. He didn't play a full season. Now this guy, if I remember his story correctly, he was in school, but he dropped out because he wanted to be a baseball player. And he became the first baseball black baseball player. I can't remember for what team, but damn, this shit was like in the 1800s, and is like crazy, right? Like it just came out of slavery. Like, oh, this nigga's playing baseball, and everybody like, yo, fuck that. Why? I didn't come to watch this guy, a black guy, play baseball. Yeah. And it's like, bro, trust me, it's gonna be way more interesting this way. But nah, they was like, fuck all that. And they threatened him. They were like, yo, if you play the next game, we're gonna beat the shit out of you. And then he's like, whoa, what the fuck, bro? I just wanna play some baseball. And fun fact, he was a back catcher with no gloves. This nigga didn't even have gloves, son. This nigga was just out here catching shit.
Bare hands?
Bare hands. Fair enough, though, you cannot bring him into today's era.
No.
That was that Cuban dude throwing 105.
Yeah.
Break this motherfucking hole.
Do this juice to the shit.
So I don't know how much you think they were throwing at that time.
Back,
Not fast.
back like in the
They were still hitting 90.
Nah, hell, they were hitting 90.
You don't think they were hitting 90?
They're probably hitting like.
Bro, I think I could hit 90,
Dude,
bro.
I think
No.
the best pitch.
I could throw 90.
I think that no.
Bro, I could throw 90, bro.
You can throw 90.
Bro, I could throw 90,
You
bro.
can
I think that's
Oh, you know, that's a challenge.
That's a challenge.
87
I don't
and
think you get
87. All right, so give me a number.
I think you could hit 80.
No, not me hitting, me throwing.
Yeah, you throwing. I think you could hit 80.
This nigga is respectful ass nigga over here. Is like,
Bro, you know how hard
80,
it is-
bro?
You know how hard it is to throw a baseball?
How fast do the softball girls throw it?
I don't know, but I think those are like
Yeah,
50.
yeah, way less fast than a. Think about it, you can't throw as fast like this as you can like this.
Yeah, and they're throwing from closer. They're closer, so that's why it seems harder. But
Yeah.
So a grown ass man throwing from further or farther.
if you hit 80, I would be surprised.
Yeah. Dude,
Seriously.
it's not
So
as
how
easy
much
as
you
it
wanna bet?
I put a 50 spot.
How much you wanna put?
I'll match. I'll put. I'll match 50. Fuck it.
Alright, bet, son. That's a
Put a
bet.
50
That's a
spot. Can't hit miles an
bet.
hour.
So all I gotta do is I was going with 90, but y'all wanna go with 80? Alright. All I do is hit 81 and y'all give me 50 bucks
I
each.
tell you what. I'll give you 10 tries. And you don't hit 80.
Oh, this nigga, son. Yo. Alright. Just for disrespecting me, bro. Just for disrespecting me. Where's the
I
camera?
want that on the record, right?
Yo, which one? Which camera am I looking at?
Look at that camera over there.
Yo, 81. That's it.
What?
Miles per hour.
You think you hit 81 miles per hour pitching a
Pitching or hitting?
Pitching.
All right, yeah, 81. I'm pitching 81 miles an hour.
Yeah, I 50. Easy.
All right, how can we test that?
I don't know.
Let's go to the range and get somebody to spot us with a meter.
Here we go. 81. Bet. So
You're gonna be playing in the major leagues. You can throw 81.
no, you won't. Crazy, bro. They throwing 100, 95,
They're not
97.
throwing every pitch that quickly.
They never throw 81. 81's a home run.
No, that's not true.
For real?
Yeah, changeups are like between 80 and 90 miles an hour.
Oh, all right, but I'm still throwing 81. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think you hit 80 once.
All right,
With 10 tries.
so I say yeah.
All right.
How much experience do you have at baseball?
Bro, I'm Puerto Rican. I'm gonna throw 81.
No, you know what I know? Because I know what he's gonna do.
What I'm gonna do?
He's gonna go up there and he's gonna think it's all muscle. So two things are gonna happen.
No, it's not.
You hit 81,
No, it's not.
you blow out your shoulder.
No, it's not.
I'm calling it
No,
right
it's
now.
not. No, it's not. we didn't say what ball, right?
He said baseball.
All right. So now that we're gonna switch it to baseball, because I thought we were talking about handball, but all right, whatever.
What?
Handball's even harder to throw 80
real?
miles an hour. Yeah.
Yeah, baseball's designed to be thrown. They even grab little guys for your
All
fingers.
right, fine. Anyway, we throwing a baseball, and I'm just gonna throw it like I throw a punch, and watch that shit go 81.
All right.
All right. Then I tell you what. I'll put $60 that you won't hit 81 miles an
I
hour.
bet $60 make me a good 120. Anyway, before I was interrupted, so what was I saying? Yeah. So this dude, bare hands, just catching that shit, cause I wasn't alive at the time, so be throwing 81 miles that would break this motherfucking fingers, right? So they would threaten like, nah, you can't show up to the game, blah blah blah. He's like, yo, fuck all that. And he ended up playing because they were like, bro, you're going to lose if you don't start this guy. Just start this guy. Stop being that racist. And they're like, fine, fuck it, we start him. And I think, I don't know, but I think he played like 4 games. It was a couple of games. And he ended up just quitting. Because, and this is the reason why you can't make a movie out of this man, but you can make a movie out of Jackie Robinson. Every black movie is one requirement needed. And that's make the white man look good. Right? There's a white savior in every black movie. It don't matter what it is. It's always got to be like if you make or Latino or whatever. If you make a movie about Roberto Duran, you got to hear about Robert De Niro playing a trainer that I never even heard of. That I don't know who the fuck this guy is. That Roberto Duran has enough of an interesting story where it could just be Roberto Duran. But no,
you got to throw in his trainer too.
Yeah, So every movie's like that. Just think of literally any movie. You're gonna have a white savior. But this one, they didn't have a white savior because even Moses' own teammates was like, "Yo, I'm not playing with this nigga." Where Jackie Robinson, he had help. And this guy's like, "No, I'm not playing with this guy." Everybody's like, "Nah, fuck that. We're not playing with you." And then they're like, "Yeah, I guess I'm not playing then." And then he ended up just retiring. Mm-hmm. But he was the... Oh, fuck. We don't have a picture of him. You got a picture of him. All right, so we have... that was the first black baseball player, officially.
All right. And then let's talk about this guy.
Oh, go ahead.
His name was just York.
That's your guy.
Yep. He helped Lewis and Clark on their expedition.
What the hell was this nigga eating in the expedition, son?
Yeah,
this was in the what? What year was this?
This is like in the early 1800s, 1900s?
1700s maybe.
So this nigga was just eating straight elk, son.
Actually, he did hunt elk. You know what the
oh, shit, for real?
Yeah, that's the crazy thing about York. See, at the time, most slaves weren't allowed to learn how to use firearms. But because they were on an expedition so far away from the East Coast, they realized that everyone had to learn how to shoot in order to survive. He was actually a sergeant in the army. Yeah.
That's a big motherfucker, bro.
Yeah. And it kind of sucks, too, because after the expedition, you would think that for all the things he did for Lewis and Clark that they'd free him. When he got back, he asked them, like, "Hey, can I be freed so I can be with my wife and kids?" And Clark's like, "No, you're too good of a slave, so I'm just going to keep you around forever."
Damn.
Yeah. And then there's like a blank spot in history. Or 20 years, we don't really know what happened to him. And then Clark wrote in a journal entry that he had freed him at some point, but he had gone bankrupt trying to run a wagon business, and he begged him to come back and be a slave. And Clark refused to do that, so he died in the streets. Wow. Supposedly. But this was also during the time where America and the South was about to separate. So I think it ended up being more like propaganda to show that, see, look, this is what happens if you free the slaves. They're just going to come back to you anyway. Yeah, but
the real history.
Yeah, this dude ended up, he saved Lewis and Clark a bunch of times because when they were during the expedition, a lot of Native Americans had never seen a black person before. So they would go up to him and it's sand and they'd like rub on his skin to try to get the black off. But they realized...
Yeah, he's on racist motherfuckers, yo.
Yeah, they realized that... like, oh, this...
this black doesn't come out.
Yeah, they're like, oh shit, he's just black.
That's just his color.
Yeah.
That's just his skin.
So a lot of the Native Americans were actually kind of scared of him because they thought he was like some sort of god or something like that.
Well, when you don't see something that you're used to seeing, yeah, you're going to think something completely different.
Yeah, because some of those Native Americans, they've seen white people before.
Yeah, but when they first saw him, they thought that they were gods too.
Yeah, and since they never seen a black person before, there was a time where they were about to get attacked by these natives, but then they saw York and they're like, oh shit, never mind. Like, there's a god with them. We'll just wait till later. So yeah, Lewis and Clark would have died.
That's fucking crazy. Imagine the first time I ever seen a black man, Yeah. Or a white man or anything. It's just like, damn.
But doesn't that tell you something?
What's that?
So when Europeans probably encountered black people
they probably
in Africa, they were like, oh, that's different from us. Why don't we capture them and beat the crap out of them and sell them as slaves? But Native Americans see a black person for the first time and they're like, oh, this gotta be a god.
Yeah, it's gotta be a god. yeah.
Well, they test the waters first, the Europeans. They like, oh, damn, what the fuck is this? Oh, shit, yo, we got guns. We could take them, though. All right, bet. Yeah, let's just take them.
I think it's more like when they go places, they're like, but can you kick my ass, though?
Yeah.
And then if the answer is no, then you're ready to be colonized. If the answer is yes, then they'll just leave you the fuck alone.
So who else we got here? Overrated. Overrated, underrated.
Stay away from my guy, bro.
Underrated. Yo, I ain't gonna front. Harriet Tubman is underrated, yo. She should be on the $20 bill.
She should be.
Yeah. So, I know I said she's overrated, and maybe next week I'll say she's overrated again. I'm always flip-flopping. I'm always contradicting myself. But one thing that shocks me about Harriet Tubman is that, like, she escaped. She didn't just escape. Everybody just escapes. Like, oh, yeah, I made it. Boom. That's their problem, But she went back and got more people. But the most thing what shocks me the most is that how did she know that she deserved better? You know, there's this famous quote by one of the goats called Thanos, right? In Endgame where Captain America, Thor, and Iron Man approach him, and he's like, all right, so he goes, those who knew once was will always resist, right? So if you were one of the people from Africa that got taken into slavery, and now you're in America, you're going to want to fight back, because it's like, there was a time that I wasn't like this. If Hatsue, Native American, is like, had all that freedom, and they come in and like, no, now you're going to be a slave. You're going to fuck that. I had freedom. Like, what more do I... Why would I want to go to slavery? I'd rather die. So they already know how they should be treated, and they'd rather fight to the death. But Harriet Tubman was born a slave. This was regular life to her. Everybody around her was a slave. So she knew, like, this I can't get anything better than that, right? No. She was like, fuck that. I deserve more than this. I don't want to get treated like this. This is bullshit. And I'm out. She had too much confidence for a slave. And it's like, how is that she had that much confidence and just she was like, no, I want more, I deserve more. They have that, I want what they have. That's the most surprising. So that's the thing, right? Because you asked me, like, did she ever go to the north? And it's like, nah, she was a slave. She just stood in the south until she escaped. And she did learn how to read, right? And if you come across the Bible, right, you're gonna come across certain characters. If you start reading the Bible, one of the first characters is Moses. And what did Moses do?
Yeah, freed his people.
And what were they?
Slaves.
So if you're a girl reading the Bible, you're gonna hold up. How does Moses do this? You know?
Yeah.
If he could do it, why can't I? And that's exactly what she did. She had strong faith in God, and she thought that everything that was planned out for her was from God, and she went and she did it. You know? So sometimes a little faith, look where it could take you.
Mm-hmm. All right. What about
underrated? Yo. This man right here. I'm still gonna put him on the wall. But I was heartbroken, bro. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No.
I'm gonna let you shit on George Washington. Go ahead.
Finally.
I used to defend this guy all the time. So I did a play when I was like 8, and one of the plays was I played George Washington's Carver. So I used to rap him mad hard, yo. And it's like they don't teach Malcolm X. They don't teach fucking anybody from the Black Panther. It's like 6 black people that they teach every Black History Month. And for some reason, it's always fucking George Washington Carver. And I'm like, why? Why is George Washington Carver here? This whole time, bro, I thought that this man was the inventor of peanut butter. This nigga didn't even invent peanut butter.
I told you he didn't invent peanut butter. I said you got all first person to smash some fucking peanuts.
Yo, this dude did not invent peanut butter, son.
It was the Incas.
No, I don't know if the Incas invented peanut.
It was the Incas. They invented peanut butter.
Oh, okay, but I'm saying even then that makes it worse because there were people before you that invented peanut butter and you still couldn't invent peanut butter. Like, he didn't invent peanut butter. There was a Canadian white guy that invented fucking peanut butter. A Canadian beat you, bro?
Damn.
Bro, my heart was broken when I discovered that this man did not invent peanut butter.
I told you.
My whole life is a fucking lie.
What did I say? He's not the first person to smash a peanut and be like, oh, we can turn this to a paste.
But I thought he officially made fucking peanut butter. I thought he made some chemical mixes and said, boom, shit.
No,
something's still missing. We need some jelly or some shit, but fuck it, I made peanut butter.
All right.
No, he didn't invent peanut butter.
So I'm going to school you on George Washington.
Oh, shit.
He invented peanuts.
So he invented 300 products out of peanuts, right? But why is that a big deal?
It's not.
I can ask you how many parts the Incas made out of peanuts.
In the South, they used to plant corn and cotton, right? And if you do that, if you do that a lot on the land, you eventually are not going to be able to do it for long because it sucks all the nutrients out of the land. So George Washington Carver, a chemist who had invented a bunch of other shit not related to the peanut before he even started working on the peanut, introduced a crop rotation, which you know the Dust Bowl in the 1930s where Americans were starving because there was no food, right? George Washington Carver introduced crop rotation, which added nutrients back. Basically, you planted corn and cotton, next year you plant peanuts, and then you recover, the soil will recover. Now you have a crop that you can sell because he invented 300 products. So what the years that you don't plant corn or you don't plant cotton, you plant peanuts, and you can still make money. And then the next year after that, your soil is good enough to plant something else. So he added a rotation for people to make money out of agriculture. That's a huge deal. Like that's all we did was farm.
Like one thing that he did was that there was a prediction going where there was this bug that was gonna destroy all the fucking crops and they were gonna lose a lot of money. The economy was gonna be fucked up, and this bug was taking over. Like I think it was like 100 miles in a year, and then
it's like locusts or something.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but he said that it's not gonna happen with peanuts, and then what he did was, but people were like, yo, fuck that, we're not gonna grow peanuts. What are we gonna do with peanuts? So he came up with 300 reasons why you should have peanuts, and it was like peanut this, peanut OU, peanut blah blah blah, whatever, good for your skin, peanut plastic.
So he's a man who loved his nuts.
You were waiting for that one.
Oh, am I gonna use it here? Am I gonna use it here? Oh fuck, here it goes. It's my time. Yeah.
Finally, it's time to strike.
He's on brain over there. He was like, let me get this one in.
So he found 300 ways to fucking why you should have peanuts. So then everybody started growing peanuts. They're like, all right, fuck it, we could still make money with peanuts. Then that locust or whatever the fuck it was came and destroyed all the other fields, and they were like, oh shit, we're good because we got peanuts, and we're still making. They actually made more money with the peanuts than whatever crops they had before. And he was just like really humble, too humble with a lot of shit. Like he started off as like a painter and stuff, and then he got accepted to college. He was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna go to school. And then he was so smart that he got accepted to college. So he pulled up to the college, and then it was like, oh, welcome, George Washington. Oh, whoa, what the yo, that's a black guy. Yo, we thought he was white, bro. Nah, I'm sorry. So then he left and he went to an all-black school, and then they loved him there so much that he was such smarter than everybody else that he became a professor in that school. And then, later on, he just became a chemist. They're like, yo, you better off with this. And then that's when he was like, oh, peanuts the way, bro, peanuts, trust me. And then he went and saved all the farmers. But no, he also did not invent peanut butter.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, he
all that peanut shit, you could have add 301 and add fucking peanut butter. Like, bro, all that other shit you figured out. You couldn't figure out peanut butter. I would have figured out peanut butter, bro.
You would have figured out peanut butter.
What the fuck, son?
Look, he was friends with Mahatma Gandhi, by the way.
Oh,
he's going down in points, bro.
Yeah, it's going down.
The only thing that I give Muhammad Gandhi props for is this. He did starve himself, and that is a temptation, because, yo, I had Indian food the day for the first time. Yo, Indian food fucking slaps, son. Yo, Indian food's a shit. I ain't gonna front. It didn't interest me because it was a lot of vegetables and spiciness, and I'm not a fan of vegetables all spicy, but that shit slaps. So I give Gandhi props for avoiding. I'm pretty sure he still ate, but avoiding
all
Indian
I'm
food.
saying is George Washington Carver hits all the criteria
Except for peanut butter.
for superhero for you, right?
Except for peanut butter.
He had bars.
What bars is this?
George Washington Carver?
He's
like,
Carver had bars.
did he say these nuts?
He's
yo, if he said these nuts.
he stole my joke, right?
Oh,
Fuck, that was your joke?
He said, I was going to read off a list of stuff, and then I was going to say, you got to taste these nuts.
He's not your joke.
I can imagine. No, I'm sure he was like the first person to say it, though. You know what I'm saying? He's
had to say at least once.
Yo, he's on his little buggy going to all these white people in their farms and shit, and he's like, excuse me, sir, would you like to try some of these? And we're like,
these nuts,
motherfucker!
Got him!
He's like, go keep on going, bring out the hoods, bring out the hoods!
Yo, edit this part out, bro. There's gonna be a skit, man.
So check it out. So he said, when you do uncommon things in life, in an uncommon way, you will command the attention of the world. That's one, right?
Okay.
Where there's no vision, there is no hope. That's a simple one. But this is the one I like.
Yeah, he's a simple ass nigga.
Nothing is more beautiful than the loveliness of the woods before sunrise. It's kind of random shit, right?
Nothing is...
And
No, that makes sense because he wasn't married.
there's no shortcut to achievement. Life requires thorough preparation. Veneer isn't worth anything. That's gangster right there, bro.
Yeah, fake teeth.
My man could have been rich.
And would you like to try my salty nuts?
Did he really say that?
I'm sure he said
Yeah, fuck it. So Thomas Edison liked the guy because he was a smart dude, and he's like, yo, bro, I could really fucking use you, like what you did with the crops and shit. Yo, work with me. We're gonna take out Tesla. And then he offered them 6 figures, and that was in the fucking like 1905 or some shit under.
And he worked with Henry Ford too.
Yeah, he worked with Henry Ford, and it's crazy how Thomas Edison offered him 6 figures in like at that age, like late 1800s, early 1900s, and he said no.
that's wild.
Yeah, he's like, nah, I'm good, yo. I'm like, damn, bro, go get that money. So that's another guy like Tesla, where he's like, oh, money over bitches or money over everything. You know, or was it? Well, fuck bitches get money, and it's like, nah, son.
You said
peanuts, nigga.
peanuts are everything.
Tesla was like science, nigga. Fuck that. Yo, so at least he was dedicated. He was about that life. So that's what's up.
Yeah.
You know, almost invented peanut butter, but fuck it, we'll let him slide.
Yep.
Who else we got up there?
Oh, all right. Let's talk about
Rick James, bitch.
I'm Rick James, bitch.
Now, who is that Rick James with?
Oh, Lisa Blair, the
Damn.
the Exorcist chick, bro.
Oh shit!
Yo,
he made her rotate her neck even more.
He said, "Give me that neck."
She probably threw up way more too.
I'm super freaky. Yeah.
I'm like, dang, bitch.
Yeah, no, but apparently he was notorious for sleeping with white women. Hell yeah. Yo, the ancestors are proud.
all these other guys came up on the ground like, yes, you did it, bro. Now, we got another one over here.
Oh.
She's another one that paved the way for other goats to get credit for it. You know? She's one that someone just stole her credit, but she's basically... Oh, say her name?
Claudette Clavin.
Yeah, so she basically paved the way for Rosa Parks.
Yeah.
So Rosa Parks wasn't the original one to go, nah, I don't feel like going to the back, right?
Yeah.
But the reason why she didn't get the credit, it was because Martin Luther King was like, yeah, I don't know about that. When I was a little wild, you know, we need one more peaceful, more quiet, more humble. Well, they asked her to go sit in the back, and then she was like, yo, fuck all that. And then they went and got the cops, and then the cops like went up to her like, yo, you better not fucking touch me. So the cop went and grabbed her, and then she kicked the cop, and then she spit on the cop, and then she said, yo, motherfucker, 12, thug life. And then they arrested her. And she was only like 16.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so they arrested her, she went to jail, and I think they bailed her out, but they didn't use her for the civil rights movement.
Yeah, which I think is fucking lame, because honestly, that's a more honest reaction.
Yeah.
Like, nothing was rehearsed about that. She's legit said, hey, fuck this old white lady. Like, I'm not getting up.
Yeah.
You know, like, and as it should be.
So, but they went with the Rosa Parks route, but she definitely should get some credit, especially on this podcast.
Yeah, exactly, man. You know what? If you kick a cop, spit on him, and say fuck 12, and it's for a good reason. It's for a good reason.
Don't just do that randomly.
Yeah.
And then, you know, don't just yell out at a car. You know, when your friend is driving and says, you pussy, you're not going to do nothing. You just all talk. And they said, you know, roll down the window. And then you roll down the window to see what he does. And he goes, hey, yo, motherfucker, 12. And they're like, yo, fuck, bro, you'll get me shot. I mean, not
someone did that.
Do it for a right cause like she did.
Yeah.
That seems oddly specific.
I mean, I don't know who did all that, man. Some wild guys.
All right, who else we got? Oh, the motherfucking goat of all goats right here. The motherfucking legend, bro. Yo, tell everyone this man's name, bro.
Jack motherfucking Johnson.
Now, just look at the picture.
That is a badass picture.
Yo, he got so much fucking swag. I don't know why he had this much swag. Oh, I know why he had this much swag.
That is a badass picture.
But this looks like a picture that belongs in today's time. You know? He got the fucking jacket with the fur on top. You know, he got the hat. This only belongs to white people, man. He was just rocking that shit with the cigar.
That's a picture like the show Cribs when the famous people were leaving their cars. That's
like,
what
this is probably like the first version of Car. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You think it had rims?
Bro, you know,
If it had rims, trust me, he would have had it spinning. Bro. The fact that he couldn't do that at the time is the only reason why there's not a picture of him like that.
100% he had a sound system in that
oh
car.
hell yeah! It was blasting that little record thing in the back.
So this man,
Hello, my baby, man. Hello, oh my God. Bumping that shit in the back.
it's the only song that was out. Hello, my baby, boom. Hello, my darling, boom.
With a trap beat.
Yo, so my man here, the only reason why he wasn't
You can take it down. Yeah.
Yo, oh, you got this.
nobody knows his name anyway. It's like York.
York. Y'all remember York?
So the only reason why he didn't have his hand on top of the steering wheel, just like this, laid back and shit, is because that shit was probably really hard to control, and you probably needed every fucking strength.
Yeah, there was like no power steering back then. Like your power steering was your fucking arms.
Yeah, but if he could, he would. Now look at all these white people in the back just looking like, who is this nigga? Well, let me tell you who this nigga is, bro. This nigga is Jack Johnson, the heavyweight champion of the world at the time. Now, there was only white people in boxing. He just ran through every single one of them. Beat the living shit out of them. Let me tell you a funny story about him in the car, actually. I don't remember the price, and I can't remember it word for word. I just know that he got pulled over by the cops. And they were like, yo, bro, you speeding.
Damn, even back then? There's like one car in the whole city.
No, what's crazy is that they probably had to walk up to him to stop him.
Oh, no, of course.
He's like, hey, yo, you speeding. It's like, yo, this shit's like 30 miles an hour. It's like, well, y'all about speeding. It's like, trust me, I'm not going to get hit another car. There's only like 13 of them. So he still gets pulled over. And then he's like, how did you get this fucking car? I don't know, but yeah, so you're speeding. And then he goes, oh, all right. How much? They're like, I don't know, let's say like $100. He's like
10 shillings?
they're like, let's say the price was like $50. They're like, oh, $50? My man goes, here's 100, bro. I'm gonna speed on the way back. Peace. Yo, why does he got so much swag, son? Yo,
he put his music back up. Just fucking that's up the table.
He was like, fuck, man, this is it? It only goes 37? Fuck. Because he was way ahead of time. He was born in the wrong era. He was supposed to be born in the 90s.
He's supposed to be Rick Ross.
Imagine him and Rick Ross together. So this is the part that maybe you don't want him with Rick Ross. Because as far as I know, Rick Ross used to just sleep with white women. And this man used to also sleep with white women, but also beat the shit out of white women. Now, this is the heavyweight champion of the world. Yeah, he's knocking out white dudes, white champs. He's knocking them the fuck out. Yeah. And he's also hitting women. You know how hard that hit is?
Yeah. And think about it. This is back in the day. There was only 3 weight classes. So, like... Yeah, so that means if you were like, it was like 200 and whoever the
it's lightweight, middleweight, and heavyweight.
Yeah. So that means like...
It's not 147.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That means whoever he's fighting could be like 80 pounds bigger than him. And they're just like, fuck it. You know?
So nobody could knock this dude out. They try to get the best guys, even though they were retired. And he stepped into the ring with one of them. And he was just running through them. Like, he was just too good. Like, he needed to be at least in the 40s with a good trainer where he could master striking and he could get technique down. But it didn't have that at that time. And so he ended up getting this guy that was loved by everybody, a champ that came out of retirement to fight him. And then right when he was about to knock him out, he popped him. They said, yo, stop showing this shit, bro. And they cut it off right there. And they didn't show it. You could still hear it, and everybody knew that the champ, I forgot the name, got knocked out. But the reason why they didn't want to show it is because it was going to be mayhem. It's like, bro, he should have not, I thought he was going to lose in this one, it's going to be war.
Oh, dude.
Was it bare knuckle?
No, they had gloves back
then. They had oven mitts. Like, yo, put this oven mitt, go swing at this motherfucker.
So this was after the era where they used to fight like this?
No, this is during the era where they would still kind of square up like that.
This was probably a little bit after that era. Yeah. I think that era comes from the 1800s. Yeah. So this probably was like a little bit, but it was still around that era. And so I could be wrong, but I think that was around past that era. But anyway, so what happened was he knocked this guy out, And it was actually a good thing that they didn't show it because they heard it, and that I think like how many black people died? Like 13.
Yeah, that one day because they were just in
the
just
stadium. You know, like
a bunch of white people started revolting, and then they locked up the tapes because back in the day, since there was only like one live showing, and then what they would do is they travel around the country replaying the fight for everyone to watch in like movie theaters. But they refused to play his fights in movie theaters because they were scared that black people would watch that and say, hey, wait a minute, Jack Johnson's knocking out these white people, and just turn around and just start beating the shit out of people.
And then, I mean, he had a little tough afterwards, like later on, like he was in and out of prison and shit, I believe. They kept on fucking with him. I don't know, but the way this man was living, he was living in a certain style that was here for a good time, not a long time. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure he had a good run.
Yeah.
So there's the thing, right? Like, you can't beat a white girl now.
Yeah.
This man was beating these white girls in the early 1900s with literally just came out of slavery not that long ago. Like, he probably had an uncle that was a slave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the animosity he probably built up over the years.
I just want to know, what was it that these white girls were saying to him? Because this guy's the heavyweight champ of the world.
Yeah.
And he's a crazy motherfucker. This is the guy you don't want to mouth off to.
Yo, he had grills before that was like a thing. Can you imagine we had the dude to get a grill? He probably went up to a fucking actual blacksmith and was like, hey, I want that metal on my teeth.
Bro, this man had fucking grills. How the fuck you got grills?
Alright, so they're making a movie about Jack Johnson.
What?
And you know who's playing him?
Who?
Take a guess.
Oh, is it Michael B. Jordan?
Nope. Mahershala Ali.
Mahershala Ali?
Yeah.
Oh, I
the
can
guy
see
from
that.
Moonlight. The bald dude. The
Wait,
kid guy.
makes one.
Oh, the uncle?
The drug dealer guy.
Yeah, one.
Oh, shit. Oh, they're making a movie out of him. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So just that alone, he had fucking grills. Grills.
Yeah.
Roy Jones Jr. style life in fucking 1905.
That's crazy.
Like, I don't know. I don't think they had cocaine back then. Thank God.
No, they did. They did Coca-Cola.
Oh, yeah.
That dude was drinking Mad Coke before he was free.
Yeah.
This dude out there pounding a Coca-Cola.
This dude, he just took a Coca-Cola cask.
Yo, why is this man snorting his Coke?
Yo, but yeah, so he was definitely a GOAT. I don't know how he would do it today's time, you know, with like fucking 6'7" Deontay Wilder, but he was definitely ahead of his time. His swag, everything about him.
Yeah, the dude was a true Renaissance man.
Oh, it's an HBO miniseries.
Oh,
even better.
Hell yeah. No, his life deserves a miniseries.
Yeah.
Like, he's probably had the first fucking car. Like, that's probably car number 10 right there.
Produced by Tom Hanks.
He had 10 cars in the garage, and I was like, bro, you can't have them all.
That's all the cars, bro.
All the cars, bro. So I don't give a fuck.
The only car in his neighborhood, and he would still get pulled over by the cops and be like, excuse me, is this your car?
Like, no shit, motherfucker. It's all. Is there any other heavyweight champions of the world in this city?
That's a cool picture, though. Like, that. I think that picture should be more famous. I don't know is it famous? I've never seen that one.
I don't know, but you know what? I'm gonna get a poster of that shit.
Yeah, that's a dope poster.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, you seen the size of this man's fucking head, bro? What picture do you have in there?
That one. Oh, no, I any picture, actually. Yeah.
Oh, you gotta look at this dude's fucking head. Like, bro, you think your head is big, bro? You ain't got nothing on Jack Johnson's hand. It looked like it was dented with bats.
Really?
Too, yeah.
Well, I mean, back then, they were pretty much fighting.
You think he had CTE?
Fuck yeah.
I mean, if he wasn't getting hit a whole lot, probably not.
He definitely didn't know how to slip, bro. At that time, like, yeah, I'm pretty sure he had all the CTE. That's why he was just probably beating the shit out of these girls.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure that, like, he got cracked real hard, and then, like, back in the day, I don't think there was, like, much technique. It's just, like, you hit me, I hit you, you hit me.
But you know what? He was running through everybody, though.
Probably hit hard as fuck.
Yeah, he probably had like Deontay Wilder, but at that time.
Yeah.
But like, as far as I know, I don't know his record, but I just know when he was his peak, nobody was touching this guy. Like, he could just knock anybody out whenever he felt like it.
Well, let's see if this dude even have. I don't know if they have a record for him.
He probably did, right?
Huge, yeah.
Fucking.
Was it Jack Johnson?
You want to show his head to everybody?
Yeah, I would have to download a picture.
Never mind that. Oh yeah, we'll show it.
His fight record? Oh, she had 114 fights.
Yo, how many L's does he have?
11.
11?
Yep.
11 draws.
And those losses and those draws was probably just because he didn't knock him out.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, he had 45 fucking knockouts.
The white guy that stood in front of him probably lasted all 30 rounds. And since he couldn't knock him out, they're like, he lost. You know? Tie. You saw that, right? Everybody saw that. Yeah. And that's probably why he got his losses. But 114...
Donald Trump pardoned him.
Yeah.
Pardon Jack, she's dead.
I know, it was like a posthumous pardon, but yeah, it was Donald Trump.
So he died in prison?
I don't think so.
I don't understand, like, what are you going
The only good thing that Donald Trump did.
Oh, shit, yeah, dude, there's straight up pictures of him just, like, you know, laughing it up with white girls.
Yeah, yo, he looks like a big kid.
Yo.
Like a scary motherfucker.
Yo, look at those oven mitts he was fucking wearing.
Head, though,
He was married to white women.
Yeah.
And the reason he got arrested, the reason he went to jail, was because he crossed state lines with a white woman.
Oh, shit. So he beat the shit out of them. They never got arrested for that. But when he crossed state line, he's like, yo, you overdoing it, bro.
So it was something called the Mann Act, and it forbade black people to transport a woman across state lines for immoral purposes.
Oh, what the fuck?
What was immoral? That he was cracking them cheeks?
I think it's just that he was married was immoral back then.
Oh, shit. I mean, I would hate to be the cop that would have to arrest this motherfucker.
Yo, for real, right?
Like,
you gotta put like 2 handcuffs on him?
Yeah. Like, can you imagine stopping this guy and he's like, I don't feel like going to prison today.
Look, like if you see him today at the beach, you're like, oh, obviously this dude works out like crazy.
Yeah, you'd be like, yeah, it's a ripped dude.
Yeah. And he was probably like eating peanuts and shit.
He's stopping over at George Washington Carver's house for some fucking peanut butter and jellies and shit.
So he died in a car accident.
Oh, he nigga was speeding.
So yeah, so check this out. He was involved in a car somewhere in North Carolina after driving angrily away from a segregated diner which had refused to serve him.
What?
Damn.
He was pissed off and angry and speeding, and he got into a car accident.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I feel like the white man would do something like that.
Yeah.
You gotta wake up, brother.
Well, he made it to 68 years old. So.
Oh shit.
I mean, that was the best 68 years too. Yeah. So yo, the motherfucking GOAT, Jack motherfucking Johnson. I don't know what his nickname was, but yeah, his
name was the Giant. The Galveston Giant. I guess he was from Texas.
Yo, niggas was not creative at that time.
Galveston Giant. The thing is, he wasn't even the biggest boxer. There's boxers who are way bigger than him. Like you can see it in his fights.
6 feet tall, but I think that's pretty big for the.
Oh, he was only 6 feet?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I mean, the people he was fighting was 6 feet also. Yeah. But it looked like he was bigger.
Yeah, look, there's a picture right here where like the guy's clearly taller than him.
Bro, he's really like 5'6", man, but his head, son, yo. But he fucking up.
No, he did pave the way.
Yeah, he paved the way for Muhammad Ali. Yeah. You know, and there's a good video of Muhammad Ali that I wanted to share of people that are kind of sleeping, you know, and they need to wake up, brother.
Wake up, brother Ortiz.
Wake up, brother Ortiz. Show him the video.
Open your third eye. All right, replay video. This is a interview of Muhammad Ali on, I think it's The Tonight Show.
I study and I ask questions. I travel these countries and watch how their people live, and I learn. And I always ask my mother, I said, Mother, how come is everything white? I said, why is Jesus white with blonde hair and blue eyes? Why is the Lord's Supper all white men? Angels are white. Pope and Mary and even the angels. I said, Mother, when we die, do we go to heaven? She said, naturally we go to heaven. I said, well, what happened to all the black angels when they took the pictures? I said, oh, I know. If the white folks was in heaven too, then the black angels were in the kitchen preparing the milk and honey. I said, listen, you quit saying that, boy. I was always curious, and I always wondered why I had to die to go to heaven. Why I couldn't have pretty cars and good money and nice homes now? Why do I have to wait till I die to get milk and honey? And I said, Mama, I don't want no milk and honey. I like steaks and I said, milk and honey is a laxative anyway. Did they have a lot of bathrooms in heaven? So anyway, I was always curious. I always wondered why. You know, Tarzan is the king of the jungle in Africa. He was white. White man. I this white man swinging around Africa with a diaper on, hollering. Oh!
And he learned English from a British shit, but he sounds like he's American.
And all the Africans, so he's beating them up and breaking the lion's jaw. And here's Tarzan talking to the animals, and the Africans been there for centuries, and he yet can't talk to the animals. All the talk to the animals. I always wondered why Miss America was always white. All the beautiful brown women in America, beautiful suntans, beautiful shapes, all type complexions, but she always was white. And Miss World was always white. And Miss Universe was always white. And then they got some stuff called White House cigars, White Swan soap, King White soap, White Cloud tissue paper, White Rain hair rinse, White Tornado flow wax. Everything was white. And the angel food cake was the white cake, and the devil food cake was the chocolate cake.
You could at least make the fucking cake right.
Everything white. I always wondered, you know, and the president lived in the White House. And Mary had a little lamb, his feet as white as snow, and Snow White. And everything was white. Santa Claus was white. And everything bad was black. The little ugly duckling was the black duck, and the black cat was the bad luck. And if I threaten you, I'm going to blackmail you.
Black ice?
So Mama wanted to call it white mail. They lied too.
See my brother
I was
Garcia.
always curious. And then, this is when I knew something was wrong. Won the Olympic gold medal in Rome, Italy. Olympic champion, the Russian standing right here, and the Pole right here. Is Poland considered a communist country?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm defeating America's so-called threats or enemies. And the flag is going ton 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 ton. I'm standing so proud. Ton 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 ton. And I done whooped the world for America. Ton 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 ton. I took my gold medal, thought I'd invented something. I said, man, I know I'm going to get my people freedom there. I'm the champion of the whole world, the Olympic champion. I know I can eat downtown now. And I went downtown that day, had my big old medal on and went to restaurants. At that time, black things weren't integrated. The black folks couldn't eat downtown. And I went downtown, and I sat down, and I said, you know, a cup of coffee, hot dog. He said, the lady said, we don't serve Negroes. I was so mad. I said, I don't eat them either. Just give me a couple of hot dogs.
You see, my brother, you gotta stay woke, brother Garcia, brother Ortiz.
That's right. Third eye always open.
Make sure your third eye is always open. Why is it that with my Asian brothers, my Japanese brothers, when I was a kid watching Dragon Ball Z, my beautiful Asian people, my beautiful Asian brothers, why is it that in order for a Japanese to become more powerful, to become superior, to become Super Saiyan, he had to become a white man? Why? Why is that? Somebody tell me why he needed green eyes and blonde golden hair to become more powerful. No, we do not need that.
Exactly, brother.
Stay woke.
Stay woke. Alright. Alright, that's all for today.
Why is it that hockey is a bunch of white men, white devils, hitting a black fucking puck, huh? And deciding when they reach their goal? Why is that, huh? Why can't the puck be white? Why can't the puck be white?
And how come they can't skate on black ice, brother?
Yeah, why they can't skate on black ice, brother? Why gotta be called hockey? More like honky. Hell no, we don't get canceled for that. You can literally say whatever you want when it comes to white people. Yeah. Like cracker, bro. You just cracking whips. You just cracking whips on people. Even the bad term for white people is fucking is still you cracking whips on somebody's back. Yeah. Cracker.
No, I want to know, brother, is that why is there a black top with white lines? Why must we hop between the white lines, brother?
Well, yeah. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? That's a West
hopscotch.
Coast thing.
That's it. Go ahead.
Wait, you guys don't got hopscotch in New York?
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, they got you hopping in the white lines.
Oh.
On the white numbers.
Tell them, Brother Garcia.
Tell them we gotta free our minds.
Free our minds.
That's right. Third eye wide open.
Wide open.
To the universe, brother. In the name of Inshallah. Amen. Oh, fuck, we're gonna get canceled. Alright.
I feel like one more. I gotta think of one real quick before we finish.
No, I think you got it all.
Alright. Thank you guys tuned in for our Juneteenth episode. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and keep those 2 thumbs all the way up.